look at that. We are live. Well, sort of live. We're filming.
We're just live now.
Well, yeah, we're live now, but we're not live for them. Anyway, Matt Lemke with Gamer Goggles. I'm with Travis of Queen Games, which I don't think you can see the logo there, but it's there. Oh, it's there.
It's right there.
It's there. I'm so silly. It's there. And he also does Charcon. I couldn't remember the name of Charleston. So, you know, that's where we're at. And we are going to take a look at, quick look at the heavy game. Heavy game. I keep forgetting this is directional. Immortals, which debuts at Gen Con.
Yep, out of Gen Con.
All right, real quick, what's the game about?
This game is about the eternal war. We have a light realm and a shadow realm and a light realm. We've got these people that live here and they live forever and they fight eternally for control over the realms. That's the quick premise of the game.
Lots of pieces.
There are lots of pieces.
There's a piece tower, not a dice tower.
We call it a cube tower. We actually call it a dice tower, but we drop cubes in. So yeah, that's the randomizer when we go to have battle. So basically the players will take on a race in the light realm. I have the elves, and my dark realm is the trolls. And you have the necromancers.
I gotta show the cool art.
Right, and then you have the
psycho dwarves. Because dwarves are psycho.
So those tell us how to set up and how many armies we get and stuff like that. And we're going to put them out in the different realms. And we're going to claim the cards for those realms. And then once we're all ready and we have our armies to go, we'll have cards and we'll take those and we'll flip them over to the side you're on.
Oh, okay.
And those are our slots where we're going to program our moves. So we're going to put different cards in there. We have some magic spells that go in these spots. And once everyone's programmed their move, whoever has that cool diamond piece over there, that's the start player, and they're going to go first. And they pick whichever of their moves they want to take. So this game, some of the elements are from a game called Shogun and Wallenstein. They're very similar. This is the same and a couple other pieces, but this is a massive deviance from that. In that game, everything is sequential. In this game, you can do whatever action you want. So if I want to do this action, which generates energy for my spells, I can do that one first. And if you want to do energy or money first, or if you want to attack somebody first, you do whichever action you want. If I've got a card here saying I'm going to do that, when I do it, I'm going to flip it over and to show that it's been done. So all the cards look the same, so we don't know. And when we flip them, that activates them.
Are you allowed to look at them?
I can, yes. I get to choose. I'm programming them. And then when I flip them, the action takes place. We got generate energy, and we've got gold. These are all battle-oriented. We're going to conduct battles and or move. This one brings troops onto the board. And this one builds buildings. You can build a capital, you can build a shrine, and you can build a portal, which are these neat little things. And I'll tell you what those do and about the two realms. So we fight for these territories in both realms, right? If we have a big battle here and I've got 6 guys and you've got 5 red guys and we take them and we drop them in the tower, well, 4 black came out and 3 red came out. So 3 black die and 3 red die. We fought in the dark realm. They go to your light realm limbo. And now if I use this action, I'm bringing some back and they're going to go, they died here, now they're going to fight over here.
Oh, man.
They live forever, they're immortal. So I'm going to put them in a province I control over here. If I controlled that one, I put them down, now they're ready to fight again. Right? So this action lets me bring them on. They're some of the magic cards, let me bring on more troops. And every turn you have a basic reinforcement that lets you put some guys on at the beginning of the turn. So we fight for control at every end of every round. You're going to score for all the areas you control. And within a given group of regions here, if I control 3 or 4 of them, I get 2 points. If I control all 5 of them, I get 3 points. For every temple that capital I control, or every shrine that I control, sorry, that's not a shrine, I get more points. So we're going to score every turn, but and turn length of the game varies based on the number of players.
Now I'm guessing these colors correspond to each other, but
well, like if you look at that card, you'll see that that's part of that region.
Okay.
And they're similar so that you can see that this is the same region or same area on each of the two boards. This is just a darker, dirtier looking orange than this. Green and the purple. Everything over here is a little darker because the regions correspond. So this is Mountain Home and this is Mountain Home. If I have troops in Mountain Home here and you have troops here, you may have the region card, which is one of the cards you can play out here. Well, I want to try and take that from you, but if you're blue, I'm going to have to come and take it from you here because that's where you're controlling that region from. A couple of ways to do that. One, I could move my troops here, or I could kill some guys off here and bring them back here, or I could build a portal right here. It's a one-way tunnel. I'll move these guys to here. I would lose that battle probably. I would want to bring more guys. Should have brought friends, I guess. But that portal acts as a one-way tunnel. Whoever controls the province can go to the other realm. I think we've hit on most of the highlights. There's a lot of action. I would call it, it's kind of a card-driven war game. It's sort of a Euro properties, but here we've got, this is the biggest random element. It's not quite as random as dice. One of the other factors I didn't mention is these guys live in the realms. They're just the non-immortal guys, the farmers and peasants, right? Okay. Anytime you attack a region, they might fight for you, they might fight for the person there, or they might just ignore you. They might not to take it all. It depends on which card you play, and I won't go into that, but if they fight for you, then when they come out, they'll kill your opponent. If they fight against you, if they come out, then they will kill some of your guys, whichever way it goes. The way this tower works, stuff gets stuck. Didn't come out when we dropped it just now. Right. It's going to come out later, and if it comes out later, it fights for you then. But if blue wasn't involved, blue would just sit in the tray until the next time. And okay. Green would sit in the tray until the next time. Next battle, we'd pick them all up, we'd add those and drop them. So stuff that gets stuck, it's going to come out eventually. So you never know. And we seed the tower at the very beginning of the game by dropping 7 of everybody's cubes in there. So there'll be some in there to start the game. So, but that is in essence Immortals. It's the eternal war. We're fighting for control and scoring at the end of every round. Like you said, comes out of Gen Con. Plays, I would think, once you get the hang of it, it probably plays about 2, a little over, maybe 2.5.
Oh wow, that's good. So it's actually pretty deep then.
Yeah, I mean that's a pretty heavy game. For most games, a lot of games today are an hour and a half. But yeah, 2.5 probably. And it's a lot going on. A lot of moving around, a lot of combat, a lot of strategically building. I mean, I want to build this here and I'm going to defend it, but you're going to come in and take it because you want to score the points. And I might be able to expand, like when we played last night, I expanded all the way down this coast. But, I took my army with me and now it's easy to come in here and cut me off.
So there's a lot of territory control too.
There definitely is. I mean, there's 25 areas on each of the maps, so that's 50 different areas to control. So.
Looks good. It looks good. And we are going to take a short break while we relocate. Captain Silver.
We teleported to Captain Silver.
That's right, we did. We teleported by walking.
This is a big change from what we were just doing. This is
this almost looks kid-like compared to that.
Yeah. I'm gonna do this and this, and now
shorten it.
Now the board's shorter, and we may actually be able to see.
Oh, I thought. Oh,
there we go. Now we're good.
Back this up a little bit right there. Look at that.
Look at that.
The box is included in the game.
That's right. And the parrot. You have to get your own parrot.
Yeah, that's right. Your own parrot.
So this is Captain Silver. This is a family game from Queen. This is nominated for Kinderspiel. We hopefully will win on Monday.
Oh, that means child play.
That's child's play. It's German children's game of the year.
See, Frau Ott, I did learn something in German.
There you go. She's so proud. So this is a live action game. We all have this bag of tiles that has all these cool little thick cardboardy things in it, like anchors and parrots and flintlock pistols and cannons and maps and all that stuff. So these match with these symbols on the board. So the way this game works we're on these islands and we want to get to these islands. And in order to do that, we've got to match these symbols. So when we first start, any of these symbols will work. So if I pull out the steering wheel and I put it here, now we can play any of those and this. And then as we progress down to here, when one of us makes it to here, all the pirates stop. Time to stop, all right? However, at this point, if I pull out the map, well, the map won't go there. So it goes on the volcano island and waits till the end of the turn, which could be a bad thing.
All right, so that's your turn.
Well, there are no turns. I say, are you ready? We'll go.
Yeah, we're ready.
Ready, set, go. How that goes now. No pistol.
Jeez, oh man, it's...
Oh, see, I'm good. There we go. Right. Nope. Yep, I can do that. Nope.
What the heck?
Pistol. All right, so stop. All right, so we didn't score a whole lot, but we'll score both of those rows. So we'll do this one first. That's blue. That means I move my boat once. I will go 1 to there. This is green. That means you get $2.
Oh, okay.
Dollars
$2 gold. Nice.
Yeah, dollars are points. So now we'll do this one. That's you move your boat green. 1, 2.
That's blue.
Oh, it was blue. Well, why would I move your boat? 1, 2.
Because you're cheating.
I was looking at the bottle. And this was mine. That gives me 1 coin. And this is your parrot, and we move your boat once.
Okay.
All right.
So
now
that's round 1.
That's round 1. But
we have to pause just a second. I must make an emergency repair. So let's back up to little nasty things.
Right, so we finished moving our boats. We still have to deal with all these items that are on the island. We randomly draw one of these. It tells us which items the volcano is mad about. And in this case, it's the bottle, the floodlights, most of them. I think it's all of them but the steering wheel.
It's like everything.
Yep, I had a cannon, I had a pistol, and I had a bottle. You had 2 steering wheels.
I lucked out.
Yeah, but then you had those.
And then I had 3.
So we both lose $3. So yeah.
But I've only got $2.
You start with, I think we start with a couple. I think you start with 2, and you would have had 4. So now you're down to 1.
All right, so I'm down to 1.
This game plays over 5 rounds. As we move our boats over here, we're going to go by these ports, or these docks, and we're going to take these, which are worth bonus points. That's worth 5. And also, if you cross this one, you're going to get a bonus 1 coin. Whoever has the most money at the end wins. Now, I think, in theory, we played wrong because we were just pulling stuff out so fast, and that's how I play this game when I play it.
I'll tell you what, it's fun that way.
Blue bottle. It is fun, but I think what you're supposed to do when you play this game is take the time to feel and think, oh, that's gotta be the, yeah, right, yeah, that ain't right. But I don't do that. I just grab them out as fast as I can. But
you know, it looks kid-like, but man, it's fun.
I agree.
It's fun. And now we're gonna teleport again. Woo! Sort of. I'm gonna turn the camera around. Star Trek swirly bottle of glitter. We're here.
Okay.
Yes, that's really what they did, people. I'm gonna make one minor adjustment. That's good enough. My shoulder can be off. Oh yeah, I gotta move this way. Huh? Imagine that. Whoa! There's a lot of pieces here too. This is awesome.
There are a lot of pieces here.
And I'm playing a coward.
The yellow, yeah. I usually play blue, and I don't have those, so I'll have to settle for red. So this game is called Templars Journey. It's just released here at Origins. And in this game, the Pope has made it known that all good Templar knights are going to round up their knights and armies, and we're going to go on the Crusades. So he's traveling around Europe to let everybody know when it's time to go. And we're going to take our Templars, and we're going to send them out into the countryside to exert influence on the countryside and get the knights in position to get on the boats and go off on the crusade. So just going to throw enough parts out here so we can talk about how the game works. So here's the Pope. Yeah, sure, put him out there. So here's the Pope. He's wandering through the countryside. If I'm the start player when I move the Pope, if he goes to a green flag, or a red flag, they do something different. On a green flag, it means I get to put a guy in a city that where I have a Templar. So you want to put them where the cities are, so we'll put them like that. So I can put a knight there. If I move to a red flag, it lets me remove somebody else's, and they go to what's called your temple on your board there.
Okay.
So the Pope, he moves along here, right? And every turn he moves, we're going to play some cards, and we'll talk about these cards, right? And we're going to keep playing them until he gets here to this port, right?
Okay.
So when he gets here to this port, he says, "Hey, it's me, the Pope." And everybody says it's time to get on the boat. And the knights go from whatever city is listed on his edict. It's a papal edict. And that's the city that's going to load the boat. All right?
All right.
So, how do we get the guys in the city and do all these things? Well, we have 6 cards. Everybody starts with 6 cards. There are 2 money cards, there are 2 knight cards, and 2 Templar cards. We pick one of those cards every turn. So every time we move the boat, you're going to pick one of the 6 cards. And you're going to do the action on it. Well, every set has a risky and a safe action. You can see that there is a sword and a green shield. The shield is safe and the sword is risky. The risky action's better for you, does more for you, but if too many players play the same type of card, gold or knights or Templar cards, then the risky action is not successful. And you end up doing this part at the bottom, which is not very good at all. So it's a risk or reward. You want to try and guess at what everybody else is going to play. This one is pretty simple. You're gathering money. There's normally money out on the board, and you're taxing the people to build up your war coffers so you have the money to do things. These let you either place knights into cities or remove other people's knights, or if you are successful on the risky action, you get to actually replace somebody's knight, which is the best way to go about doing it. So let's say we go through some turns here and you and I are playing, and that's what we got. We got that many guys in Rome. Alright, and then we put some guys in, got some guys in these cities.
Cologne. We got 3 guys in Cologne.
Yeah.
And 1 guy in...
Yeah, Venezia.
Venezia.
Alright, so those guys are ready, the Pope's moving along. Well, these cards do a couple other things. This one lets us move our Templar, so if I need an influence here, because most of these cards, your Templar has to be there. He's rallying things and exerting influence. So for him to do something in Cone, you have to have a Templar there. So this one lets you move your Templar. This one lets you move your Templar and do something special. I'm going to save that one for a second. We'll tell you what that special thing is. But when the Pope gets here, he says, "Hey, it's me, I'm the Pope. I just made it here. Rome, it's time to get on the boats." So we would look at Rome. Well, you have the most guys in Rome. So you get the edict for Rome. It's worth a couple of points.
Woo!
You just collect, and those can score points at the end of the game.
Never mind.
And then we start loading guys in the boat. You had the most, so you go first, then me, then you, then me.
That's a small boat.
It is. Well, some of the boats get bigger, as you can see. Well, we filled it up so we get bonus points, and then each guy that made it on the boat scores. And these guys, they're stuck in a city, they're going to go back to your temple.
All right.
So you got some guys in your temple, right? So then we would normally do Venezia, right?
Right.
Well, because that's the one we planned on doing, because it was here. However, remember this special action. That card will let you change an edict. So I could have played it right before we got here, and I could have said, we're not going to do Venezia, we're going to do Cone. Well, you would have done that because you have more people in Cone.
Correct, yeah.
So now all of a sudden, we snuck that in and we changed it to Cone. The Pope said, hey, we're going to do Cone instead. So then we would evaluate Cone, even though everybody was planning for Venezia. So we load up both of these cities. We do the same thing we did there. We're finished. The Pope comes over here. Now he's moving down through the country to the next city.
Oh, and he's got to get all the way around the board.
He's got to get all the way around the board. All 6 of these will ship. This one won't. Those guys get kind of stuck. They score a few points. And whoever has the most points at the end wins.
Oh, so this is the scoring track.
That is the scoring track. One quick note, you had some guys that went to your temple. They feel lonely over there. the board tells you there are 4 special powers you can do with those guys. That's called the influence of the Pope. There are good guys hanging out in the temple, and they can gain some influence with the Pope. And these are the things you can do. If you look down at the bottom, if you have 4 of them, you can block that edict switch. Remember when I switched
Oh my
to
gosh.
Indonesia? You can block it. You can go, no, I don't want you to do that. 3 of them let you skill the start player. 2 of them let you put some extra guys on the board and gain some money. And 1 of them lets you do this thing, which this is the chance marker. And in order to explain that, when I have to come back over to the safe card, it costs you 2 gold to put a guy into a city with this card. Or you can pay 1 gold and flip this. And if it comes up like that, I failed. And if it comes up like that, I get to put a guy. So you could pay less, but you could fail. And then this last Pope influence thing is you can spend 1 guy to flip it again if you fail. So anyway, Pope goes around. Like I said, he says, hey, it's me and the Pope. Come and get on the boats and let's go off to the Crusades. The guys get on the boats. We score the points for that. You score for all sorts of stuff. Like I showed you, you score for who had the most here and the edict and everything. And whoever has the most points at the end wins. They had the most influence and so in a successful crusade.
So how long does this one take to play?
This is about an hour. It's listed for 60 minutes, so about an hour. And it's
That's a lot in 60 minutes. That's a lot going on.
Once you get started, you get a pretty good flow for it. It moves pretty well.
All right. So what else you want to talk about?
Well, we talked about Immortals. That's Gen Con. We talked about Captain Silver, and hopefully by everybody's time they see this, we won Kinderspiel, although there are a lot of good games nominated.
That would be nice, winning Kinderspiel.
Yeah. We talked about Templars Journey.
All right, so I guess that's it for now.
That sounds good.
See you again at Gen Con.
Yes, you will. All right,
Thank you.
man.